Hi, welcome back to Therapy Designs. If you're new to this channel, my name is Kelly, and this channel is all about teaching you how to create print-on-demand designs that sell. And if you stay tuned till the end of the video, I have 5 bonus niches for you guys that you guys can be working on right now. So in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can create this design here. I'm on Amazon right now, and this is one of my listings. You can see Brand Therapy Designs, and this is a snowboarding design. As we are in winter, a lot of people are doing the snowboarding, skiing, whatever winter sports you want to think about. And so winter sports are always a great one to make shirts for. And so this particular one is for snowboarding, and it includes a location, which is Aspen, Colorado. So I'm going to show you guys how you can go ahead and do this. So I'm going to start by jumping over to Canva, and I'm on Canva's homepage here. And we're going to start by hitting custom size. And we're going to be selecting 4,500 by 5,400 pixels. That's the standard size for t-shirts, and it will ensure that when you print it, it is above 300 DPI. So that is always where we're going to start. I prefer to optimize my designs for the darker colors, as they do tend to sell better. So I'm just going to go ahead and select black as my background color, and we are going to start making this design. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is get my snowboard. So I can go over to the left-hand side where it says elements, and we're just going to go ahead and do a search, snowboard. And of course, you could do this with skiing, you could do this with skating, you could do this with any of the winter sports that you like. But I'm just going to go ahead and start searching for a snowboard. I'm looking for something that's going to allow me to change the colors. I mean, so some of these are pretty cool. This one, again, is going to let me change the colors. So that would be a cool one. Lots of that would allow me to change the colors are good. I think this is actually the one that I used in the design that I showed you guys. So if I was to go ahead and prop that up vertically, you can see this one, it does let me change those colors. So I'm going to make this nice and big so it takes up the whole center of the design. And I'm going to go ahead and center that right there. And we're going to go ahead and pick some colors. And you can do any colors you want. I went with some more of those sort of natural brown colors, but again, you can do anything that you like. So let's say I was going to go with some browns. I can go with dark browns, light browns, you know, kind of whatever I want. You know, here I went, let's say I went more of like a tan or tannish color, the blue around the outside. We went with maybe a darker color, so something like that. And so let's say I was going to do that. That looks pretty cool. We'll go ahead and go with that style there. So now what we had is several lines of text. So I've got some curved text along the top, big text in the middle, and then down at the bottom, another line there. And I used 3 different fonts for those. So I'm going to hit T on my keyboard. That's going to pull up the first text box. And so the first thing I did was I went and put Snow Riders. Now, of course, you can put anything that you want so long as it's not trademarked. So do a trademark check on that. But Snow Riders was safe, so that's what I decided to go with. And it's going to be in all caps. And it's going to be nice and big right at the top here. And I'm going to have it curving. The next text box I had was going to just be the location, which for me was going to be, let's do Aspen, Colorado is a good one. So Aspen, there we go. And this one is not all caps, but it's going to go in the middle here. And then one more text box down here was going to say Colorado. This one is all caps, and so those are my 3 lines that I've got going there. So let's start with the first one here. You're going to go ahead, pick your font. You can pick any font you want. So you do want something that's going to be bold and easy to read. So I ended up going with one called Kentucky Wood. So it's this one here is what I went with. Make it nice and big again so that it's readable. And then the second one I went with, Aspen. I'm going to go up again, picking my fonts. I wanted something that was a little bit more retro style for this, but you can go with any style you want. So you can make it a little bit more modern. You can make it more graffiti style. Again, pick whatever colors you want. I was going a little bit more kind of vintage style, but you know, whatever you like. So I ended up going with one called Harlow Solid. because it had a little bit more of that sort of old retro-y look. And then for Colorado, again, I picked one more font, and again, you can pick any fonts that you want. I went with this one, Lucidity Condensed. And so those are the fonts that I used in my design, but again, pick whatever fonts you want and whatever is going to go with your design style. Next, I was going to go ahead and curve this top one here. So I'm going to go to Effects, and it is going to have a little bit of a curve to it. Now I'm going to have to play with the curve and the size a little bit more, but let's go ahead. Make it nice and big along the top there, so something sort of like that would do, right? Aspen is going to be pretty big in the middle. So again, I want it to kind of go side to side to center it. And I've got Colorado down here. And actually Colorado's not bad. I don't want that one to be as big. I do still want it to be centered, so it's going to go something like that. Next, we need some colors for the fonts. And I also wanted to go ahead and get an outline around the fonts. So Snow Riders in Colorado, I decided to make more of a light tan color. Aspen, I decided to make more of that sort of orangey color. So again, we can just sort of start playing. So I started with a tan, and I think I went maybe even a little bit lighter on that tan there. And then I went to Effects, and we're going to go with Outline. And for the outline, I wanted to go something that was maybe a little bit darker, even darker than what I've got there, so something like that. And so that looked pretty cool. And they did the same thing for Colorado here. I went with that light font, and then I'm going to go to Effects. I'm going to add that outline, and I want it to be sort of a nice dark outline. If I want to match the outline I used exactly on Snow Riders, I can use my little pick a color eyedropper, hover right over that dark brown. That way I make sure I get the same one. And so there's that. And then for Aspen, I decided to go with something that was a little bit more of an orangey color. Let's bring this down into the orangey tones and make it a little bit brighter still. So it was something a little bit more like that. And again, Effects, I'm going to go with outline here. I do want it to be a nice dark brown outline. So that's actually black. Again, if I want to, I can pick a color and match the outline that I used there. And so we can see how I've got that. That looks pretty cool. I also went ahead and added a little mountain range here on the top. So it was almost like having like a little bit of a logo. So from here, I can stay on my effects and I can search for, let's say, mountain. And you can pick any of the cool mountain ranges you want. Ideally, something simple. So something like this one would look pretty cool. And I made that, again, nice light color, something like that. So it goes around the top. And that looks pretty cool. But again, any mountains that you want. Actually, this one I think is the one I used because it had that little wave to the bottom of it. So I did something like that. Made it that nice light color there. That looks pretty cool. It actually fits over the top of the A on that pretty well the way it is. And I went ahead and did an outline around this too. So to do that, I can go to Edit. And from here, I can use my effects and I can hit Shadow Effect and put an outline around that as well. And again, I can pick a brown. So whatever brown I like. If I want to match the brown exactly, I would need to know the code, and I can just copy and paste the code in there. Or I can just go ahead and eyeball it, whatever I think is going to look good enough. And so something like there, just to make sure that it pops a little bit. And then I also thought doing maybe some decorative lines under here. Oops, sorry, dogs. Dogs are barking. Some decorative lines under here might look good. And so we can do anything we want. I can even do something with, let's say, retro lines and see what comes up. And so what we can see is there's some lines like this that can work where you can go ahead and just have striped lines that way, and I can change all of the colors there. And so that is one way to do it. And so there's all sorts of different retro lines that kind of look cool. Lines where I've got, varying degrees of width there. And of course, you can always create your own lines too, which is also something that I've done by just hitting L on the keyboard, and that's going to create a line. Though if you can find lines that are already made, it's a little bit easier than creating your own, but again, you can always do that too. I can just hit add a page. It's easier if you don't have anything on the page. Hit L, that's going to make a line. I can go up to line width and make it as, thick as I want. So something like that. And I can pick the color. So let's say I'm starting with maybe a dark brown. And then what I could do is go ahead and hit Control D, duplicate it, hit the color, and let's say maybe I'm going now with that lighter tan, and then hit Control D one more time and go with the lighter tan. So now what I've got is 3 lines with 3 colors. If I zoom in, you can see them, and what I can do, as we can see there, is go ahead and just sort of overlap them however I want. I actually want to make that one more of that orangey color. So there, I can take those. I can bring them closer together by using the arrows on my keyboard. And there what we can see is I've got like that sort of tricolored line. I can take those, I can group those together, and then from there, I can make it as big or as small as I want. So I can do something like that. Now that's going to make them pretty thick. If I wanted it to be thinner, I would want to make those lines longer first, but that is one way that I could go ahead and do that. So if I'm using my own lines, I can put them there like that, and then what I would do is just go ahead and send it back one so that the font is over the top, and so something like that looks pretty cool. And of course, I could have used any of these as well too. So you can make your own, or you can use existing ones. Existing ones are going to be a little bit easier than making your own, but you can always do that too. And so there you go. Really fast, really easy design. It was, it took me a few minutes to make, and it is totally scalable. So again, I can go ahead and scale this as much as I want by just adding different locations or whatnot, or making it in different colors or different fonts. Anyways, super easy. Keep in mind, I do already have this one live on Amazon, so do not copy it exactly. These are, meant to give you guys some good ideas, and you can always take your own spin on it, but please don't copy them, exactly, as most of the designs I show you, I do already have up and for sale, just FYI. If you have questions, drop it in the comment section below. I try to get back to everybody as quickly as I can. I do have a link below this video for a free list of niches, for evergreen niches and for seasonal niches. It ends up being over 200 niches that you guys can be working on right now. So if you are stuck on designs, that should get you unstuck pretty quickly. And because you guys were so patient and waited until the end of the video, I do again have the list of 5 bonus niches for you. So here are your 5 bonus niches, and because we made a snowboarding design and it is winter, I went ahead and came up with 5 snowboarding niches for you guys. Niche number 1, my drug of choice is white powder. Of course, that is referring to snow. Number 2, don't follow me, I do stupid things. Now that is for skiing and snowboarding, but obviously that phrase could refer to a lot of different things, so you can find lots of different ways to design for that one. Number 3, do you even lift, bro? And of course, they're referring to a ski lift, but again, you can do that however you like. Number 4, my life is going downhill fast. Again, snowboarding downhill fast. And number 5, I'm late for a board meeting. And of course, they're talking about snowboarding there. So all of these are good for snowboarding, but they can all pretty much all be used for other things as well. So, get creative and go ahead and find ways to scale those out. Anyways, I hope you guys are doing very well. I hope your sales are going great, and I do hope to see you guys again next time. That's it for today's video. If you found that useful and would like to see more videos with helpful tips and tricks, be sure to hit like and subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of the weekly videos. As always, keep growing and stay creative, and we'll see you next time.